Hello and welcome to my channel. This video is part of the Creative PowerPoint series. What I'd like to do in this video is show you how we can create an interactive slide just like this one. For example, if I click here on topic 1, I get this slide moved down so that we can actually see the content, and if I click topic 3, that one will come down and topic 1 will go up. If I click topic 2, it's interactive based on where we click, so we can actually click any of these topics and see the content rather than this being in sequential order. For example, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4. It allows us to click anywhere on the slide to actually bring that particular topic down and hide the rest. But in addition, we've got this button up the top here, and if we click that one, that will bring all the topics down, and if we click the one pointing up, it will hide them all. And also we've put down the bottom left, if you click the one that points to the left, it takes you to the previous slide, and if you click the one that points to the right, it takes you to the next slide. Don't worry, that's not the end. So hopefully you'll gain something out of this and enjoy it. So we'll start off with a blank PowerPoint. This is your title slide. So we'll put a title on here. We'll call this Interactive Slides. Interactive Slides. And then we'll just put my name there. Okay. Now the good thing is when you are starting slides like this, your title slide, if you want it to look a little bit nicer, if you click the design button over on the right hand side, that will give you some design ideas. If you don't like the ones there, you can click see more designs, and it goes off and it finds more designs based on the text that you've got there. So let's pick this one for example, and we've got a nice title slide. Then what we're going to do is we'll have a new slide. I'm going to have a blank slide, so let's pick a blank one. And then I want an end slide, so I'm just going to do one more slide on the end here, and we'll just put a picture on the end. This is so you can see what happens as we build slide number 2. So let's just insert a picture. So I'm going to go to Insert, Pictures, let's go to Stock Images, and we'll just pick any picture, it doesn't really matter. Maybe this one will do. Click Insert, and I want the picture to fill the slide, so what I'm going to do is come over to the crop, just drop the crop down and come to aspect ratio and choose 16:9, and then click the crop again. Now it's been cropped to exactly the right aspect ratio, and we can resize it, and we've got our picture. So that's really just an end screen. The one we're going to work on is this blank slide here. So what I'd quite like is a black background. So if we go to Design and Format Background, come down to Solid Fill, and I'm just going to choose a black. So I've got a nice black background to work with. Let's go and insert our shapes that we need. So it's down the bottom here, maybe this one here, which is a flowchart document, and let's draw that on the screen, something like that. Now remember, we're going to have 4 of these going across, so just get your first one, and then you can choose to have no outline, which I tend to do, and my shape fill, you can then choose the color that you would like. But what I'm going to do is come down to gradient and then more gradients. And when you select that, you get the format shape over on the right hand side, and then we'll have a gradient fill. And if you go to presets, I'm just going to choose one of these presets, just the first one. Not very good. I might choose the second one. That's a bit darker, that's better. So now what we want to do is get our drop down tab. So let's go to insert, shapes, and we'll have one. We could have this square one, but let's have one with rounded corners, and then I'm going to draw that so it comes down to the bottom. Again, I'm going to get rid of the outline. I'm going to make this shape fill white and then just resize it. I'm going to size it so it's the same size width ways as the blue folder that I've got. Okay, you can adjust the size of your rounded corners if you want with this yellow size handle there. So of course now what we want is to put this behind. So while that's still selected, go up to send backwards and send to back. Okay, we now want to put a heading inside our folder, so just click the folder and I'm going to type topic 1. So I'm going to have a text fill of maybe black, and then let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's go to home, bigger, maybe bold. That should do nicely. Down the bottom here we'd like to put some text. I'll just put some dummy text here, so let's go and get our text box. We'll have a heading, so let's put a heading here, and if you just click the outside of that text box, then you can, whatever adjustments you make will happen to it all. So shall we have a different font here? Let's have Arial black and make it just slightly smaller and just position that so it's dead center. Then we'll have some text underneath it, so we need another text box. So let's draw our text box in, and then I'm just going to type equals lorem open bracket 1,1, which just gives us some dummy text in there. That will do for now. Let's just reposition this, move it up a bit, and then perhaps we'll have a little logo underneath. Okay, let's pick an icon to go on here, something that's relevant to the topic, but I'm just going to pick anything for now. Let's pick this one and then just drag that into position, resize it. There we go. That should do. So we've now set up our first tab, and we want this replicated for another 3. So if you just highlight everything there, group that, Control G, that groups it, so we've got just one item there, and then Control D 3 times, and then you can just position these so that they're evenly spaced. All you do now is select them all, hold your shift down and click them, that selects them, and then we'll click the shape format and go to align. I'm first of all going to line it to the top so they're all lined up at the top, and then distribute horizontally. And of course we just need to make sure the gap on the left and right is even, so if you start to move it, okay, that looks okay. What we need to do is ungroup these, because we need to be able to move just one part of it. We just want the white bit going up and down. So highlight them all and then go to your shape format and go to group and ungroup. So now if you click the white part and the icon and the text and the heading, and then Control G will group that, it does bring it to the top, so you need to send it to the back again. So go to arrange and send to back. So do the same for all of them. the white bit, hold shift down, select all the parts, and Control G and send it back, send to back. Do the same, so we'll have the heading, the text, the little logo, and of course the white bit. Control G and then send it to the back. And last but not least, we'll do the other one, hold shift down. Okay, so we've now got all those. You might want to change these little logos actually, so you can just delete that one, insert a different icon. Okay, so we've now got everything we want. Let's just rename this one to topic 2, this one to topic 3, and this one to topic 4. Okay, we're now all prepared for the animation bit. What I'm going to do is save this. First of all, F12 is your shortcut for save as, and then you can go and save that. Okay, so let's see what that looks like on a full screen. So there's what it looks like on a full screen. Nothing happens. You've got all your topics there, and we only want to show them one at a time. So let's go back to it. What we need to do is select each one. Don't forget, don't select the top bit, just the white bit. Select the first one, hold shift down and select the others. And what we want to do is go to animation. I often have the animation pane open at this point, so if you click this one, then you can see what's going on over on the right hand side. And we want these to fly in. Now they're flying in from the bottom, so what we need to do is go to effect options and fly them in from the top. Okay, now what you'll see is that they're flying in and you can see them at the top. So the way to get over this is to go to insert, shape, and we just have a rectangle, and draw a rectangle from the top down to the top of those tabs that you've got. Okay, take the outline off and then shape fill with the same color as your background. Make sure that that is at the front, so I'm going to bring to the front. So now when we run these, let's play all of them, you'll see that it looks like they're just coming out. You don't see them coming through the top bit there. Oh yeah, let's just change these headings. Okay, now the thing is, these are all coming in as we run that particular slide. So what we really want is them to be hid. So what I tend to do is, rather than having them coming in, so let's change this to on click. So again, we go to animation, that's on click, select them all, and if you reselect on click, you get them coming one at a time. So let's now run that slide so we can see what we've got so far. Got the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So that's in your traditional sequential sequence. What we really want is them to come in when we click this top bit here. Let's prepare ourselves for this. So the first thing to do is just select this top one. What we want to do is go to home and come over to select, drop that down and open up the selection pane. Now what I want to do is name these so I know what's what when we're deciding which one to click. So when you click this, you can see it highlighted over on the right here. So let's just name this, in this case, topic 1. Go and click the next one. We'll name that topic 2. Then the next one, topic 3. And then the next one, topic 4. You'll see this does help you later if you name these. And then we go down, I'm going to click the outside of this white bit here, and that's group 3. So I'm going to call that text 1. We don't need to name all the bits that are on it in this group. We just need the main white bit that we've grouped. So click the next one. I'm going to call that text 2, and so on, text 3, and there it is, text 4. And then this black rectangle we put at the top, just click that. It's best to name that black top. Now we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we did run this one now, you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're in sequential order at the moment. What we'd like is them to come in as we click this one. So let's right click on text 1 and go to timing, and let's slow it down a bit so we'll have 2 seconds, and go down to trigger and change that to start effect on, and then you can, we've named this topic 1, so if you drop this down, there's topic 1, click that, and it now comes in. So now do the same for each one. Go to text 2 on the right hand side here, right click and timing. Let's change it so it's 2 seconds, trigger, start effect on, and we'll have that starting on topic 2. And then we do the same for the next one. We go to text 3, right click, timings, get them all the same speed, so 2 seconds, trigger, start effect on, and we want that to start when we click topic 3, and then do the same for the final one, text 4, timings, change the speed, triggers, start it when we click, and just scroll down a bit on topic 4. And there it is. So now let's run that. So you click topic 1 and that should come down, topic 3, and now we can do this rather than sequentially in whatever order that we want. Escape out of that. So now what we really want is all of them to go back up when you bring one down. So now what we want to do is, when we've got number 1 coming down, we want 2, 3 and 4 going up. So if you select 2, hold shift down, 3 and 4, go to add animation, and we'll have fly out, change the effect option to top, so those 3 fly out. Then what you need to do is drag those down so they're just under text 1, and you want this to happen not when you click, so you want it to happen when you click for text 1 to come down. So change this to start with previous. Okay, so now if we run this, when we click topic 1, the others disappear and that one comes up. So what we want to do is for that to happen with each one. So we've just got to think about it. So we want topic 2 to come down. So if you select topic 1, hold shift down, 3 and 4, add animation and have that flying out. Again, effect options is to the top, then go and drag those underneath text 2, and then while they're selected, change that to with previous. Now we do the same, so when we click number 3, we want 1, hold shift down, 2 and 4 to go up. So again, add animation, fly out, effect option is to the top, and then drag those down so they're underneath topic number 3. Make sure we have with previous selected, and then finally we've got, when we've got number 4 coming down, we want 1, 2 and 3 going up. So add animation, fly out, change it to the top, and then go and drag those 3 down so they're below text number 4, and change that to with previous, so that you've just got a number 1 there. So now let's run this and see what it does. Don't worry about this at the moment. When we click number 1, that comes down, 2, 3 and 4. So you can go and click any one of them in any order, and it sends all the others back and just brings that one down. Our problem is that when we go to that slide, we've got 3 of them showing and not the first one. So the way around this is to select all of them like this, and we're going to add an animation, and what we want is these to disappear, believe it or not. So if you just click disappear, and we don't want that to happen on click, so if you change that to with previous, that means when the slide comes on, then they all disappear. So we'll run that, and you can see they're not there. And then if I click topic 1, that comes down. If I click topic 3, number 1 goes up and 3 comes down. So now what we want to do is to be able to click somewhere and move them all out of sight, or bring them all back. So let's just press escape, go to insert, and we'll have a shape, and I think we'll have a down arrow over here, and we'll put, just so we've got one the same size, I'm just going to duplicate it, Control D, and then I can just spin that round. If you're spinning it round, just hold shift, and that ensures that it locks into place, and then we can drag this over, and they're both exactly the same size. So what we need to do is name these arrows so we can identify them, because I copied the same arrow, so they would both be down arrows. So let's go to home, select selection pane, click on the down arrow first, and go and change the name to arrow down, and then click on the other arrow and change that to arrow up, just so we can see the difference when we're adding our animation. Now select each of your pieces of text, your bits of white drop downs, add animation, and we'll have that fly out. Again, change it so it goes to the top. With those selected, come down to timings and trigger start effect on, and we want these to go when we click the up arrow, so arrow up. Now we're going to again select them all again, add animation, we want them to fly in, and we want that to fly in from the top, and come over, right click, timings and trigger, and we want this to happen when we click the down arrow. So let's just run this. So we've got nothing on display. I should be able to click any topic, and as I click it, the previous one disappears and that topic comes down, and we can do that in any order. But if we want to hide them all, if I click the up arrow, they disappear. If I click the down arrow, they all come, so you can see them all, and again the up arrow. So we can now just do anything we want in any particular order. So the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a button that allows us to go to the previous slide or the next slide, and also to prevent you accidentally clicking anywhere on this slide and it moving to that last slide or the next slide. So to prevent that, just click the slide that you want to prevent it on, go to transitions, and over here just take on mouse click off so that it doesn't move if you accidentally click somewhere on the slide. So we've taken that off. So to add these other interactions, you go to insert, go over to shape, and come all the way down to action buttons, and then you've got various action buttons here. The one we want is this go back to previous, so click it and just draw it down the bottom here. We've got previous slide, so that's going to be the hyperlink. Click OK, and now do the same. Go to insert, shapes, come all the way down to the bottom, and we'll have the next one along to go forward to the next. Come and draw it over here. Click OK. Just resize it so it's the same size as the other one. There we go, got them both the same size. Now let's run this slide. If I click the one on the left, it goes to the previous slide, and if I click the one on the right, it goes to that last slide that we've got. But if I click anywhere on the slide itself, it doesn't move accidentally to the next slide. I can now go and click my tabs, and they work. I can click the up arrow to hide them all, the down arrow to bring them all down, or if you click one of them, it hides them all and brings that one down. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so that you don't miss future videos. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.